Well, guys, here we are. I haven't uploaded in 10 months. It's a new record. Pretty astounding. So am I here to announce that, hey guys, I'm returning to YouTube? No, you probably read the title. This is absolutely not that. This is quite the opposite. Basically, cutting to the chase here, I'm going to be going to college, like, super soon, in a couple days, actually, so I really don't anticipate having a lot of time to make YouTube videos during that. Nor do I really want to, like, I feel like I rather have different priorities. Where do I need to go? Yes, I am playing Parky's title obbies in real time. Yeah, I'm just gonna be kind of yapping this video. I have absolutely no script. I thought it was just, I don't know, it'd be kind of funny. So, to be completely honest, I don't know what the future is gonna look like. I don't know what to expect for college. I could be being overdramatic and it won't change that much, but I have a pretty big feeling like everything's gonna change in my life. But I'm super optimistic. Like, don't worry about me. I mean, you guys are the real victims here, because I'm just not gonna be uploading. I mean, I might be uploading. Like, I'm gonna be a broke college student, so that could work to your advantage. Like, for all I know, I could upload more. I could actually need the money. That could be a pretty big motivator. So where have I been for the past 10 months? Yeah, I was making a little roleplay called Cold Case. We held auditions for it. It was going to be this really huge thing. Like, they're all going to be these super high production major films from now on. But, I think I underestimated just how hard senior year of high school would be. Like, I swear, college applications were actually a direct attack on all of my insecurities. It was insane. But it worked out. But yeah, we had a whole team. We had a full script going. But it was slightly ambitious. I wanted to tell the story of Monsters of Etheria and like the creature capturing games, except they're not really creature capturing games. Like the creature role-playing games, I guess would be the best description. But I wanted to tell the story of those games through the role plays and kind of how they got to this point where they're just, you know, we haven't heard much from any of them really, including Monsters of Etheria. But yeah, as I was like doing research and like looking back on some things, it's like the reason Battle Creek never came to fruition because it was being way too ambitious with its thing. And same with Dreamville, kinda. It's like, I realized, oh wait, I'm kind of falling into the exact same trap as all of these other games did, with being way too ambitious, and also not accounting for life, and growing up, and going to college, and stuff like that. Because like, when all of the Pokemon games were taken down, all of the developers, like, they were kind of around my age that I am now, which is kind of crazy. Also kind of crazy how young I freaking was when the games were taken down. Because, man, it's been 7 years since they were taken down. So, I was so young. But now I am old and decrepit. Yeah, YouTube has just not been that big of a focus for me for quite a while now. I have thought about it a lot. Have I actually been working on it? No, because Cold Case was way too ambitious. So if I were to keep doing YouTube videos, it would be like definitely not as high of production. But I think I'll talk about, should I talk about what I would do with my YouTube channel? What was I talking about earlier? I don't know. Don't worry guys, I've already started the trend of making less quality videos by making this video. This video is complete nonsense, but I don't know. I think it's kind of fun. I've pretty just nonchalantly been talking about, hey guys, I might never upload videos again. No, I will be, since we are no longer doing the role plays, I don't have time to do that. And I'm just no longer interested in doing it. Oh, that's not the right way. So in like a day or two, there will be one last roleplay video. Keep your expectations very minimal for it because it's intentionally just hot garbage. It's not really canon. We just kind of, I got the crew together, the roleplay team, and it's like, well guys, we couldn't do Cold Case. Let's just do one final roleplay. So that'll be out soon. I literally leave for college in a couple days, so it will have to be out soon. Yeah, so Monsters of Etheria has not updated in a year, and Ugly Poe's been very quiet about why that is. The history of Monsters of Etheria is a bit interesting. It's definitely been declining for the past couple years. In my opinion, it kind of started when they started doing the like remodels and redesigns and stuff instead of actually adding new content to the game. They did that for optimization, and there was also a copyright issue with some of the Etherians. One of the developers didn't feel satisfied with the compensation they were getting or something. They eventually got sorted out and was like, fine, Ugly Poe, you can have them. But man, Ugly Poe, he's been through it with this copyright issues. First PFE, now Monsters of Etheria. I think he's like actually turned into a lawyer now. So then they went on an indefinite hiatus for a while. Then later they decided, hey, maybe it's time to pass on the torch. So they were trying to get the game transferred to someone else. And then the guy they were transferring the game to kind of gave up on that. There were a lot of disagreements with the direction of the game. Apparently he just ghosted them. I don't really know. This is about the time they were doing like the hat update and stuff. So yeah, that was kind of the end for Monsters of Etheria. They have since given up on developing the game. All of the developers' contracts have expired. So yeah, it's very clear from Ugly Poe's messages that he is no longer interested in Monsters of Etheria. He has been like working on some other games, like there might be a mystery dungeon game. So he might still be interested in being a Roblox developer, but I wouldn't count on it because he has a real job now and that's very clearly his priority. Could we ever see more from Monsters of Etheria? Probably not. It feels like the genre has been pretty exhausted at this point. But I think there's still some other upcoming projects that are in the works by other people. So where does all this leave me? Well, this is just basically a dramatic explanation of, I think I'm kind of done with Monsters of Etheria also. I mean, the developers certainly are interested in it, and they haven't been for a while. All that was left was really to do the roleplay. Like, even if I were to continue the roleplay, which I really don't think I am now. I already kind of intended on quitting Monsters of Etheria for a while now. Because, I mean, this has been my problem for the game for a while. There is just so little to do in that darn game. Like, I've been interested in moving on from Monsters of Etheria since, like, 2020. But those were really the challenge videos and the, really the roleplays especially that allowed me to stick through with it, because the roleplays, you really don't need the game to update. You can kind of just create your own content. You can tell your own story. You don't need the game for that. You're not really playing a game. You're just using Monsters of Etheria as a medium to create your own thing. So that's really what it turned into. But nowadays, it's like, well, yeah, I could continue the roleplays, which is what I wanted to do with the big lore-intensive ones. But I don't know. The main thing is, like, I've kind of lost my inspiration for the story I want to tell through the roleplays anyway. It's like, I want to tell just like this really depressing tragedy of the origins of Dark Labs and its downfall. But it's like, man, I'm way too optimistic to write that right now. Just not feeling inspired. I'm like, I'd rather just be happy right now. I don't need to be depressed. There's also like a pretty decent audience of you guys who are like, oh no, Diamond, the roleplays were better whenever they were just like not scripted and super random and you just had random people on. I can't really do those roleplays in Monsters of Etheria anymore because no one plays the game. I don't think the public servers are as interesting as they used to be. I could be wrong though. I haven't actually tried. I've just kind of heard that from other people. So if I were to continue doing YouTube videos, which it's still within question, gonna be so real. I don't know what college is gonna be like. I feel like just a need to shift my priorities. Cause like, well, okay, Diamond, you don't upload videos anyway. What are you talking about? I'm still thinking about YouTube. I'm still stressed about YouTube. I still feel obligated to make YouTube videos. I feel bad that I haven't. So I'm gonna, at least for the time being, fully commit to not doing YouTube videos and see where I can go with that. Maybe actually develop a social life for once. Because there's just so many things that I say no to, thinking like, okay, yeah, I could go out and hang out with my friends, or I could maybe work on a YouTube video. Emphasis on maybe, because like, I think I want to, and then I get started, it's just not very productive. Or it's like with the roleplays, where I'm making this big, dramatic thing that, yeah, I'm working on it a ton. but progress is so minimal because it's so freaking hard to do. So I'm definitely not going to be making YouTube videos for now, but does that mean I will stop making YouTube videos forever? I don't think so. It could be a possibility, but I don't think so. At the very least, I would like to update you guys on what's going on, hopefully. No, I'm not promising anything, though. This could just be the last time you ever hear from me. It's possible. I don't think that's true, but again, I'm not promising anything. Promises are stressful, okay? Come on, guys. You survived without me for 10 months. What's, like, 10 years? I got a super long break, for Christmas, though. So I'll probably, I'll probably see you guys then. That's shorter than 10 months, so. Now, am I just taking my YouTube channel for granted? Am I being, like, way too easy to just shove it off and, like, I don't really feel like doing YouTube? Yeah, absolutely. But man, I've been doing this for so long. The novelty wears off eventually. But if I were to continue doing YouTube videos, which I might, what would that look like? Because it's not going to be Monsters of Etheria. There's nothing left for me to do on Monsters of Etheria other than Cold Case, which I'm not doing, at least for now. Well, I think a very natural progression that could also net me a lot of views and a lot of money would be just doing role plays on other Roblox games. That seems like a very natural progression. There would be so much potential for me doing that. And it's like, those videos would be the same as Monsters of Etheria. Like, my Monsters of Etheria videos have just kind of surpassed the game itself. I no longer need Monsters of Etheria to make them. Like, I can do role plays, like, that are just as good and basically the same thing in other games. And that would allow me to experiment with new mediums. It would add a lot more variety. It would get a whole lot more views, theoretically. It probably wouldn't at first, but I feel like I could expand my fan base pretty easily. But maybe I'm too confident in that. But I just do the exact same thing I'm doing with Etheria, but for other games. My content would generally be a lot worse, but like in a good way, because better than nothing. And a lot more, a lot more fun. I'd actually just, enjoy myself and not care about the quality as much. Just kind of do whatever I feel like, Don't worry, I'm not just going to post slop. Like, it'll still be good. Well, as good as my current videos are. Maybe you think my current videos are slop. I don't know. Another option that is very unlikely, but is fun to think about would be, actually making my own Monsters of Etheria-like game. Because it's funny, way back in the day, I actually experimented with this idea. Like in 2020, I actually taught myself Lua and how to make Roblox games. I was pretty good at it. Never made anything that I could actually post, but I'm going to college to be a computer science major. So like I definitely have the skill set to make a Roblox game. It's just, do I have the time? No, I don't. But man, I've thought about so many ways that I could improve Monsters of Etheria if I was the one making it. Ugly Poe has put a price tag on it, $100,000. So this is actually a really long-term plan. I'm gonna go to college. I'm gonna get filthy rich getting a real job. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna buy Monsters of Etheria for $100,000. But in seriousness, no, that's kind of a complete scam. If I were to do that, I would just make the game from scratch. It would be so much better. Yeah, so in summary, I'm going to be going off to college. I don't know when I'm going to see you guys again, but, it's a pretty good chance I will. Very sorry, I've been, just so bad at YouTube in the past, 2 years. I feel like it's just kind of been, it's been a pretty gradual decrease in how much videos I'm making. I mean, just as the years go by, it's just do less and less. I feel like the past 2 years have been especially bad. I don't know, there's been no real rememberable videos in the past 2 years. It's just crazy how time progresses exponentially like that. Because if you think about it, in the 10 months that I've been gone, it's been a longer period of time that I was making videos on PFE. But man, has it been a journey making Etheria videos and PFE videos. No, this game didn't just change my life. This game is my life. A solid 40% of it, I would say, has been allocated to Monsters of Etheria. So for the longest time, I really wanted this send-off to Monsters of Etheria to be some big, dramatic thing that really encompasses just the journey I've been on But at this point, well, I don't have time, and it's fine. It doesn't really matter. You know, there are more important things. Besides, I think we all kind of knew this was coming. Like, come on. That might offend some of you, though, or are really attached to this game. But it's just like, and I kind of get that. Like, I was kind of upset with some of the comments Ugly Poe was making towards the game. It's like, no, I don't care about this game. Just let it die. But at this point, you know, I kind of see where he's coming from now, though. Like, it's fine. It's just time to let it move on. But I don't know, if you're really upset about Monsters of Etheria, like, ending, and I'm not gonna be continuing it much further, then, you know, go make something yourself. Go look up that scripting tutorial on Roblox. Go hit up OBS. Go carry on its legacy, and however you choose to. Use this to your benefit. There's gonna be no competition. This is how I started out doing PFE YouTube videos. There's just a gap in the market. No one else wanted to make PFE videos. I was the only one crazy enough to do it. I'll be back somehow, some way. But for now, I'm just gonna go enjoy myself at college. Really take advantage of it, because I'm spending enough money on it. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me for now. Do a roleplay video very soon. It's hot garbage. We did that on purpose because we had no time to make it. But it's, you know, it's kind of got those more classic roleplay vibes. It's got its own personality, that's for sure. Just don't get too attached to the lore because it throws it all away. But that said, thank you all for watching me throughout the years. If you have been watching me since PFE, or you just discovered me last week, it's been an incredible journey, but I'm ready to move on to other things. So until next time, thank you for watching, thank you for everything, and goodbye for now.